Now, the next phase, of course, is doing the fish. The fish I found here at a local Turkish fish market called Balaki or something to that name. This is a flounder. It's already, they've filleted it. And I'll just add, again, more of the local seasonings, which I found to be indispensable. Okay, I'm using a regular, good quality stainless steel skillet with a handle. And it gives, once I put the lid on it, it comes with clear lid. And you can see this opening here to release steam. Because I'm going to add some olive oil and a little bit of water to keep to seal the flavors in. But it gives an even distribution of heat and steam to the fish, and so it comes out not more than just pan seared, but the flavor is trapped inside through these seasonings. Okay, I'm going to add a bit of cayenne pepper, which is going to give it an extra kick. And the cayenne pepper is going to kick up the flavor of the mustard sauce, which I found here. It's a mustard and pear sauce that I got also here in Berlin at a local farmer's market. Let me add in my olive oil. Just a bit. And then we'll turn the oven on. This stove notes the oven at 3, which is probably as high as you can turn. It's a larger stove, but if you're using gas, it's probably as high as you can turn your fire. Gonna add a bit of water to it. Not much. Just enough to kind of fill the bottom of it. And then I let it simmer. Okay, so my next project, which will be my tomato, onion, and mushroom salad, which is sure to be a delight. At least it was the last time I made it. This is a huge tomato, which I just love because, you know, it's one tomato, but it seems like it's going to serve a feast of people. And if you don't have tomatoes this big, of course you can improvise. Previously, I made a similar tomato salad with a black tomato that I had never ever seen before in the States. Maybe my view is limited, but I saw it here at a local market in Berlin, and I was like, I've got to try to see what it tastes like. And it was surprisingly good. Adding in my onions. Depends on how you prefer your onions. Some people prefer them more minced than others. I prefer mine a bit chunky, as I think they add texture and robust flavor, especially when you're making something like a salad. Just adds a lot to it. It gives it more quality and more, and onions can be sweet and tangy at the same time. So making sure that they are large enough, cut up large enough to add in flavor is what is key. Okay, and I hear my fish going along really well. Gonna add in a bit of mushrooms. Now, I've added red peppers to my potatoes for baked potato medley. But remember, my fish is supposed to be spicy as well, so I'm gonna add a green jalapeno pepper, which is it's very spicy. Gives everything that I put in, including this fish on the previous meal, a good exciting taste. Makes the flavor a bit more robust. Adds a bit of sharpness to it too. And I also think too, with the pear sauce, it would just be that extra kick that the fish will need. And I cut them as they come. I don't half them like I did with the other peppers. Just add them right on in. Look at that. So it's steaming. I can drain some of the water off here. Okay. And I add the peppers in after the fish have cooked a bit, as I don't want the peppers to be overcooked. So once I've done them a bit, I can add them in. Again, because they have a tendency, they can go from really crisp and flavorful to soggy with less flavor in no time. So you want to be careful about when you add your peppers in. And the same for these onions. These onions will be added into the fish pan. And that's coming along rather nicely. After I do this, I'm going to check on my potatoes. And I think our meal will be done shortly. Smell that flavor. Can you smell it through the camera? Doesn't it look good? Okay, let me check on my potatoes. And they're coming along as prepared. Look at that. The seasoning is piping through the oven. This is sure to be a delightful meal. Okay, I'm gonna add a bit of lemon, as I usually don't use dressing, salad dressing, so I'll add a bit of lemon to my tomato salad. Wake up the flavor in that. Then I'll set it to the side. I actually put it into the refrigerator as a bit later. I'm gonna set it to the side and begin the cleanup process and prepare the table for dinner while my potatoes and fish are finishing themselves off, okay? All right, now I've prepared the table. This is my tomato, onion, and mushroom salad with my roasted potato and peppers. Look at how that looks, nice and brown with the potatoes, rich texture of the peppers. You can see it throughout, and the garlic is somewhere in there added flavor. Finally, I'm going to add my mustard/pear sauce onto my fish, just a dollop, depending on how much you guys actually like, okay? And both sides, both fish, okay? And you see the peppers are still full and zesty with the onions as well, okay? So we're ready to eat. Okay, now we're gonna sit down and enjoy the meal. As they say in Berlin, guten Appetit, or in America, bon appetit. She's a cookie.